I'm 30 and I've been married for 4.5 years now with 2 kids. I have some little money generating side hustle going on here and there, and I've got quite a bunch of work experience and a lot of skills. However, I'm back in my father's house right now, not because I got divorced, but because among the many successes I have in life, the gift of good health being part of it, I still feel not put together. The question of what is my purpose in life has been up in my mind. This question is not a one-off question. At every stage in our life, we would always be in search of that plus element, and I feel that's just how God wants it to be. And so yeah, this is me sharing with you some of the tips I have found within myself, with the hope that it helps you figure out what to do with your life. If you resonate with anything I said today, please feel free to like, comment and subscribe, and definitely share this video with anybody. Success to me is very different, and that's why I'm kind of not bothered by the stereotype or expectations that is laid ahead or in front of me. I have a certain kind of life I want to live, and I'm not afraid to go after that kind of life. I would be damned to settle for something less. And by this, I don't mean wishful thinking. I mean setting goals. I mean imagination and setting goals. You understand? Setting goals and planning towards achieving that goals. So if you have a certain kind of life you want to live, it is okay to take baby steps. Explore your interest even more. You see, of recent I have been coming across some videos talking about multi-passionate people and how you're supposed to do and not to do. Well, my own little take on that is that feel free to explore as many interests as you can, but make sure to organize them. You cannot always jump on every idea that seems good to you. I'm found guilty in that. I'm such a doer that in the time past, I tend to jump into doing any idea I'm able to process in my head. I jump into doing it immediately. And if it works out for me, fine. If it doesn't, I just discard it. The lesson I'm trying to bring out here is that do not ever stop exploring, but make sure that you're not jumping at every idea that comes to your mind. Have a notepad, maybe a to-do list. Write down all these ideas. Come back some days later, maybe 2-3 days later, go through these ideas. And when you still feel motivated to do, give it a timeline. That is when you want to do it, when it is right to do it. And anyone that seems not to be a good idea anymore, discard it. I bet you a lot of it would not really resonate with you. And that's because as a multi-passionate person, you tend to feel like I want to do this that this person is doing too. When you write these ideas down and come back at a later time, I don't know how often it would be, but just don't jump into doing that idea that comes to your mind immediately, so that you don't find yourself exhibiting this shiny object syndrome where you have a lot of half-done projects. Whatever you can dream about, whatever you can even think of already exists. You need to be able to interact and listen to more people. You should not always be in your own bubble. Don't be that person that works just within his own level of understanding. Explore, interact with people. Do more of listening than talking. After all, you're interacting because you want to gain fresh new insights to whatever idea or project you have in mind. And by the time you're being the champion of the discussion, then obviously you're not allowing fresh new ideas. So interacting with people and listening more. Also, it's not just people you could just come online and Google search that very project idea you have in mind, or read blog posts about it and all of that. I cannot overemphasize this enough. One of the reasons we tend to feel like we are not doing well in life is because we are not highly motivated. That person that seems to be doing well or seems to be put together only seems that way because he or she is somewhat focused, and focus is a product of motivation. You need to be able to motivate yourself to stay focused on a particular goal. If all else is trying to tell you to stop, so long as you still feel within your heart that it's something that you can do and something that is possible, I would encourage you to go on. This is not to say that you should not listen to advice. Please, by all means, listen to advice and be very careful whose advice you listen to. but at the bottom of it all, you should be able to look within your heart, because that is the whole purpose of fulfillment. In the end, you have to be able to look inward and be sure that this is truly what you want to do. Don't ever always think that passion is like a natural inborn thing. Sometimes passion is learned. Like passion sometimes comes from being successful at something. All right, so and that is where the focus and persistence come in. By the time you start being successful at that thing you are doing, you find that naturally the passion would come. Our environment has a way of limiting us. Practice the act of changing your environment as often as needed. It doesn't necessarily mean relocating. You could, if you're a work from home person, you could like have on your schedule time to step out during the day just to have a breath of fresh air, or probably interact with people around you and your surrounding. Also, the mere fact that you're under the sun or you're just out in the open, it has a way of uplifting your spirit and helping you feel good about your life. And I feel like this has something to do with comparison, because when you're out there you tend to see people going about their businesses, so it helps you feel better to see people that you're doing better than, and even people that are doing better than you. So this is kind of like a very good healthy way of comparing your life. It also has a way of motivating you. Like I don't know what it is. I probably would go and read about it, if there's a kind of hormone that's that is linked to getting fresh air or just basically interacting with your environment. It always gives me a feeling of I am doing well. I will not wrap up this discussion without mentioning the most important thing, which is meditation, contemplation, prayer, or whatever you may want to call it. You cannot find fulfillment in life or your true purpose in life if you don't work from within, if you don't work with your inner guide, if you don't work with God. I encourage you to be more serious with your spiritual life. Have that moment of listening, moment of okay, this is my silent place and time. And yeah, I hope that this will help you find your bearing in life, find more clarity to that thing you have been pondering about. That's it for now, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.